Good morning, everybody. I hope and pray that you are doing well. I know that there's been quite a bit of sickness going around, several people getting COVID and other things. And so I hope that you are doing well. And if you are sick, that you are getting better. And I pray that you are. This past Sunday, we were in John chapter 13, talking about the new commandment that Jesus gave to his disciples, actually the 11. And as we talked about, this was right before he was to be arrested and then crucified and then to be resurrected as well. And the new commandment that he gave to them was to love one another, and not only to love one another, but to love one another as he had loved them. And we talked about what that love looked like and how Jesus had loved them, and that even later on he would say in chapter 15 and verse 13, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. And so that would have to be something for his disciples to consider, especially after Jesus died on the cross. If we are to love like him, that means that's the depths we have to love each other, is like that. But really, this morning, what I want us to concentrate on is more for the mature Christian, those that have been a Christian for a while. And when I think about this, I go up to verse 33 of chapter 13, where Jesus addresses these men as little children. And we talked about that this is the kind of relationship that he has with them, where he can address them as little children, that he has that type of close relationship with them where he is training them. And I think about that with mature Christians. Do we train new Christians and our physical children as well, like Jesus treated the disciples as little children? And do we try to train them the way that Jesus was training his disciples? And when I think about this, I think about loving one another. When children or new Christians see us, do they see us loving our brothers and sisters in Christ like Jesus would love us and does love us? And if not, then there's a big problem. We can't say, yes, I love my brothers and sisters in Christ, and then when we go home, we're talking about them. And then our kids hear that. Our kids see that. Or I love my brothers and sisters in Christ, but then you go out to lunch with a new Christian and you're like, yeah, you got to watch out for such and such. They're not so great. You got to be real careful with them. And is that love? Is that training them how to love like Christ? So when we love like Christ and we think about Jesus addressing them as little children, let us consider how we teach others as well, especially those of us that are mature in the faith, those of us that are older in the faith. Let us be careful how we are bringing up the next generation, whether that's our physical children or whether those are babes in Christ. I hope and pray that you're having a great day. Remember, God does love you, and so do I. I hope and pray you have a great rest of the week and shine your lights brightly for God so that others may see and come to know him. God bless, and God willing, see you next week.